Lesson 1, Chapter 1, Discovering the Computer World for Grade 6. First of all, let me introduce you to a very important notion, that is, since grade 1, we are teaching students the first chapter, all concerning hardware, software, the link between them, in order to make them understand how to manipulate data and software. And by arriving to grade 6, students must have all those skills. So it's obvious that during the first lesson in grade 6, we'll make like a revision for all the notions acquired from grade 1 till grade 5. And if you face some problem or you discover that your students does not master those skills, do not hesitate to contact us in order to send you PDF of previous lessons concerning a specific skills you ask for. Before starting this lesson, also in the book, you should, as a first lesson in the year, you should try to figure out how many of your students masters and remember all those skills from previous year. That's why you should conduct a dialogue between you and them by asking them a series of questions, and those questions and answers will give you a figure of how many of your students are up to date and remember what they've learned before. We all know that a computer is formed of two parts, which is the hardware and the software. So start your dialogue by asking what are the components that form a computer, and the answer should be the hardware and the software. In the hardware section, you will start by asking them also how many part we could divide the hardware section, and the answer will be the input device, the output devices, and the system unit. The following question is, what is input device? Why we use it? Give us a few examples. Are the touch screens considered as input device? What is a barcode reader? Where we use it? What are the advantages of using it? And then you pass to the output device, like the printer, the screen, the touch screen, the projector, the speakers, and so on. And finally, in this section, you will discuss the content of, or the elements that forms the system unit, regarding the motherboard, the CPU, the hard disk, the RAM, the ROM, and so on. And as the second part, you can pass to the softwares and give us examples of software and why they are used, like the program Excel, the program Scratch, and so on. Once this introduction is done, you can go through the paper book and try to make this quick revision. And the first item we have here is the computer hardware. And the computer is an electronic machine that processes information. Here you can ask, what do we mean by information? And you should expect answers like text, calculation, movie, image, song, animation, game, or any kind of software. Then we pass to the second paragraph, which is the computer system, which is could be divided into the hardware and the software. The hardware is the set of components that we can touch, and the software is a set of programs installed on your computer and we cannot touch. For a normal functioning of a computer, the two parts, hardware and software, should be in a good condition. Once you finish this part, you will pass to the second paragraph, which is the computer hardware, and then you will ask the students to explain the difference between input device again and output device and the computer case, which is explained really clearly here in this section. Once we pass to the second page, we will discuss in detail about the input devices. As mentioned at the beginning of the lesson, the information is text, calculation, photos, animation, and so on. And the example of input devices that can make those information enter the computer case are the keyboard, the barcode reader, the digital cam, the microphone, the scanner, touch screen, and so on. And here there is a list of exercises or questions. In what type of profession the touch screen is used? Mainly restaurant, clothes shop, ATM, and so on. And the other question is, what are the advantages of using the barcode reader? The output device is the same. You will discuss what is the role of the output device by giving some examples, and why the touch screen is considered in both cases as input and output devices. This is the question that should be asked. So once you finish this lesson, you can make sure if all your students master those skills learned in previous year. And of course, you can download your interactive PDF from the Dropbox in order to send them an evaluation sheet or an exercise to practice more and more those skills.